Sonia with Junk Monkey Paint Company, and welcome back to the daily vlog. It's the vlog. When I say that, it sounds like, I don't know, it's the vlog. It's coming to get you. Kind of reminds me too, because listen, I have a son and I watched a lot of Disney movies, and when I say we, me and Matt, my husband, we have watched the Toy Story so many times. It's to the point that even though my son right now is 19 years old, that we can still relay every single line back and forth to each other, whether it's Toy Story, you know, Monsters, Inc., Cats and Dogs, any of those movies. Do you have a span of movies that you swear somehow, you know, you can't remember what you had last night for supper or what you even did yesterday, but you can remember back to the lines of movies that you not were forced, but you know what? It was just a good thing at that time to put some movies on to help entertain. And let's be honest, you know, a lot of movies that are made nowadays are for kids, but also the adults like them too. Those were all awesome movies. I think I was saying yesterday on my Facebook Live that we just signed up for Disney Plus. Anybody else out there? And yeah, so lots of good movies on there. But in the Toy Story, there's a part where, you know, the little green alien, and he's inside, he says, it's the claw, you know, almost like he's gonna be saved by the claw that's gonna come in and take the little toy out of there. So every time I say, welcome to the vlog, it's like, it's the claw, take me to your leader. So, I love hanging out with you guys. It is Saturday evening right now, and this vlog is going to go up probably in about an hour. So, hello to you all out there. Hopefully you did something good today. You were productive today, whether you worked or not. I actually worked today. Just finished work, which is nice because now, like the business part of things, the packing, the shipping, the customer service, all the stuff that goes behind the scenes and just keeps that part of Junk Monkey Paint Company running. But you guys know that, you know what, I am all about being creative. I'm all about painting, and I believe in the power of paint therapy and also just making your home beautiful. And I love it, love it, love it when I get to sit down with you guys and chat and hang out. And so anyway, I'm going to paint and talk with you guys today, and I'll show you what I'm working on. But yeah, isn't that just the best when you take time out to create? It is so awesome. So today is going to be one of those chatty days. So when you see a vlog probably titled chatty kind of studio day, this is what I mean. Just us, me and you hanging out with a bunch of these awesome junk finds. So I just pulled out of my Goodwill bag, wherever the bag just went to. I got them all out now. Did you see last week we went junking after dark, one night after work, and we went to Goodwill, and I found actually these three pieces right here. So remember this little guy here, and I haven't done anything with them, which is why, honestly, trust me, I've had moments where I've been really bad with this as well, where you buy stuff and you buy stuff and you buy more stuff and you didn't get to the stuff that you bought initially. And then people in your life are like, are you gonna do anything with that? Like, do you really need to go buy more stuff? So I've kind of just learned over the years, and as somebody who's been painting for over a decade, and loves a good junk find, that when you find stuff, when you find multiple things, that it's honestly best when you, because you know when you see stuff, you already have a vision like, oh, I could totally paint this up, it's wood, I could distress it, I could maybe put some like, you know, little Christmas garland decorations on here, beautiful white candlesticks, and this would be perfect for part of my winter decor, right? You got the vision, you already know, otherwise you wouldn't have brought it home. So, you know what, let's just all say that when we buy stuff, that week of when we get it, or thereabouts, as close as possible, before we buy more stuff, let's just knock out what we got. So I'm gonna get working on these projects that have been sitting below my desk here that I wanted to get to. So this is the one that needs fixed, but I got that for $2.99. I'm gonna lay that down there because I got something back here we're gonna work on. And then remember this find, which was what, $5.99 at Goodwill. Oh, I love this. I'm gonna paint this and turn it into, yeah, I'm definitely gonna paint it and probably distress it back a little bit. You know me, I'm a shabby kind of loving girl, but this will be a perfect centerpiece and fill it out with gorgeous stuff. So what do you guys think about that find? So tell me, how was your week? Did you guys find any good pieces out there this week? Any good bargains or stuff, you know? You just never know. You know, when you're out there furniture picking, it truly is just, I don't know, luck of the draw, the right time, the right place. You know, when you find stuff for free by the side of the road. So you never know when you go out there. But you know what? Every time I do go out, I always find good stuff. What about you guys? So the two pieces, the two projects I'm going to work on tonight are candle holders. So this was the third thing, the trifecta, of what I found at that Goodwill. Let's call it stinky Goodwill. These pieces don't stink, but if you remember in that vlog, Matt was like, I don't like the way this smells. It's so funny. chatty. Matt not sometimes, he's pretty much with me all the time when we go junking. And, you know, remember that I'm the junker first, but he does like collecting like pop culture. He loves going to the auctions and all that sort of stuff. And so that's where we cross over. So when I'm out there looking for junk to paint, because Matt can't stand to paint, all right? Poor guy just got, you know, pulled along with me on this big old journey here called the Junk Monkey. And yeah, so sometimes I have to remember that, you know what, he got sucked into this world and he is not a painter. And I know I love to pick furniture and junk. Thank goodness for supportive husbands. But when I'm out junking, that he likes to look for, like for him, he's always looking for like pop culture stuff. He loves books. So he's always out looking for books and things like that. I'm mixing up some Lucky Clover right now and some black. I'll tell you why. I'm just trying to get my color right. But so that's kind of where we cross over, that when we're out and about, he's usually in the book section. That is where he goes first. And for me, I'm over in the furniture and the decor. He'll also look in the decor. He might find, like Matt enjoys collecting steins and just, you know, pieces of art like that. So that is one thing, you know, when I think about me and Matt, is that we're kind of, you know, not crazy, you know what I'm saying, crazy in a good way, that we enjoy getting out and doing those things. And some people will be like, why would you want to junk? It is fun. Like it is a fun thing to do. And honestly, even if you go out and you find one thing and it costs you $1, $2, $5, it is a cheap night out and you're doing something, and probably it involves you stopping at IHOP and getting some pancakes along the way. So you can make an entire evening out of junking, right? So for these pieces here, I was really thinking my junk pieces, which they're gorgeous. Look at this lovely landing spot right here. I got 2 candles. We're gonna put in here. How satisfying is it going to be to paint them? And then to put a candle on top of here. And it's got like this sort of rusty, I'm pretty sure that's straw, right? I think that's straw. And this is supposed to be rope that's tied around it. Or is that wheat? Maybe that's wheat. That's wheat, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right. If not, tell me below. What is it? I don't know. But when I look at it, it kind of, because it has those leaves right there, that it makes me feel like this could work with my Christmas decor. So I'm going to paint them green because I feel this makes it look like greenery, right? And then if we want to, we can add a little something else around here, because the way these are made, and you got like that hourglass sort of, you know, waist right here. And this is tied right now with this metal. But what we could do is we could go over that with a bow, add something onto it. You know me, I still got some dollar store stuff left over. So I wanted to make a green for on here. You guys know that we have a bunch of different greens in the Junk Monkey paint line. And I was thinking about doing Lucky Clover on here, which is a pretty vivid green. And then I started thinking, well, I like the color of the Lucky Clover, but I think I want to mute it down. Just a little bit. And so this is a trick for you guys, all right? So we have a color called Woodland Fairy, which is a beautiful green. But just know that at any given time, you can like, excuse me, let me grab some water. You can like blend your paints together to make whole new custom ones, right? Make your own shade. So I don't know if I want them to be as dark as Woodland Fairy. So this is where I'm experimenting. So all I did was put some Lucky Clover onto my little dollar store tray here, and then add in a little bit of black. So you can see that that's a Lucky Clover right now, but when you put black into it, over there, you just need a little bit, or any color for that matter, what it will do is it will darken it up. And so I'm gonna dry brush these candle holders, and I think I'm gonna go with not so much so vibrant as Lucky Clover, but rather I'm gonna probably like land myself right there. And that feels Christmassy and very woody, you know, woodland to me. The other option is I could have done the blue, which feels like winter. So honestly, grab a brush, go bananas. I don't have the primer sander strip. Oh, I do like that color. Look, we made our own color. Not quite Woodland Fairy, not quite Lucky Clover, my friends. Oh, this is so pretty. Yes. Yes, I love it when I plan. I think I just brush paint all over my face right there. You know, I was listening to something this morning. I'm a big podcast listener. I enjoy, like, I am an avid learner. I think that, you know, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows everything, and I am a serial learner. I love to constantly be I don't know, I just love to listen to positive mindset and, you know, just personal growth, business growth, you know, all that sort of stuff, because I do believe what you feed your mind, right? What you put in, you put out. So I am all about when I do listen to things, I'm filling my cup with things that keep me motivated and, you know, just keep me positive and things. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah. So I was listening to a speaker this morning, and he was talking about, as I was wiping my face there, it reminded me, and look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. And he was saying how that, you know, if it was talking about, you know, going live, which you guys know I love to just go live and talk with you guys on here. As a creator, I really enjoy creating and getting to hang out with you guys as well, all at the same time. I think video is amazing to be able to do this. I could blog about this, but there's no fun like hearing the words and actually doing the work together and bringing it to life together. But anyway, he was saying, and this could apply to anything that, you know, but he was specifically talking about, you know, if you're worried about going live, if you're worried about, you know, what you have to speak in front of somebody, you're worried about, I don't know, I know you can apply to anything. You got guests coming over for Thanksgiving, you know, and you're trying to like make everything perfect. Nothing is perfect. And he was saying about how, you know what, just go with it. So if you're scared of going live, just turn on the camera. Who cares if you got paint on your face, right? Who cares? You know, before I turn my camera on, I never know what I'm going to say. I know what I'm going to do, but you just, you know, I think that being real is awesome. And I think that, you know what, it's fun shooting from the hip and just being off the cuff versus being all stuffy and scripted and not allowing parts of your personality to come through. So yes, if there's something out there you should be doing, whether it's going live and you're thinking about doing that yourself and you're nervous about doing it, or anything like that, just do it. Just do it. Go up and talk to somebody you're nervous about talking with, or, you know, apply for something that you're nervous about. Just do it. You're nervous for your interview. Listen, just do it. Just get out there. Progress over perfection. And a lot of times we are our own worst critic, right? And we think that, oh my gosh, what are people going to think about us before we even push the live button or do anything, and it can stop us in our tracks. Well, I'm here to tell you that life is awesome when you just, you know what, just don't hold yourself back. Just be your true self, and people out there will love you for who you are and for what you do. So I'm loving this. Hopefully you're loving what I'm doing right now. I gotta lay it down though, because I gotta get in here. I probably should take a smaller brush maybe to get in between these little, it's not stalks, is it? No, that's corn. What would you call it? Is it straw? Straws of wheat? Somebody who is a farm girl, please set this island girl, yeah, please set me straight, okay? Ooh, I almost went through the lucky clover. No, I want to go back into here. I really don't need a whole lot of this paint, and I'm using a shabby chip brush. So if you've never seen me dry brush before, basically take a shabby chip brush, the paint, and these brushes you can get on my website at junkmonkeypaint.com. But these are awesome because they're hard bristle brushes, and they don't give you complete coverage. So what that means is it's a good thing if you're a distressed lover like me, because you can do a project and you know, you don't have to distress it later with the sand pad. You don't have to go through that work because the brush over only gives you partial coverage. And then, like, for example, right here, it's just like, it's still showing parts, right? Which is what I want, because when you got to use a sand pad, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of dust, you know, your nails get ruined, it's rough on your fingers, all that stuff. So why put it on full coverage and then have to take it off? Why not just be smart? Work smart. Work smarter, not harder. And do that, right? Ooh, it likes that. Wow. It's so pretty. Oh, I almost again went into my lucky clover. I'm so used to just going straight into my can. Oh yeah. You know what I forgot to do? When we were at the Dollar General yesterday on that haul video that I did when I got some really cute Christmas stuff, that is where I actually have been getting these trays here for like 25 cents. And with the seasons, they have them in, like, this is a red one that came out last Christmas season. And then, you know, for like fall, they have like typically gold ones and silver ones. And I think they have green perhaps ones. And then when like Christmas comes, they bring out the more, you know, seasonal colors. So I love to go in and pick those up for my paint when I'm mixing my paint just like this. And I just keep on, like, I think it would be really cool because I have a bunch of these as the paint just all layers on top of each other. How cool would it be? And you'll probably see me do this, like, you know, put them up on the walls, get like one of those plate holder, you know, those plate holder thingamabobs, you know what I'm talking about. You see them at the dollar store for $1. And you can put your paint palettes on the wall. I think that's a really cool piece of art, and there's history there, right? I'm very sentimental like that. I find it hard to throw stuff out like that. You know, even you guys know with our paint line that we started making it, we weren't supposed to sell it. It was just something that, you know, Matt made for me. We had no money, and I wanted the paint to behave a certain way. I wanted it to like work the way I wanted it to work, which give me full coverage, stick on pretty much anything, give a really vintage feel to it, have amazing colors and coverage, all this stuff. And when we've grown so much now, and you know, now we work with a manufacturer to get our recipe made so we can make it in bigger batches and sell it all over. But even when we moved up here and I was moving things, I'm like, I gotta keep those measuring cups, right? You know, I gotta keep all those parts because when I look at them, I just see our very humble beginnings of making paint. So I could work with, and you know, and now we've grown so much, but I can't. I got it. That's like even when Riley, I keep all of his artwork. I call them time capsules. So in the garage, I have. Okay, let me tell you something. All right, I don't know if anybody else does this or not, but don't judge me. It is just what I do because I'm a very sentimental person. That my son's 19, when I would clean out his room, like when he was even like 4 and 5 years old, and he started to you know, have a collection of toys, and then like he'd be into Bionicles, for example. I remember I would take him to yard sales with me, and we would find Bionicles, and you know, he'd pay like $2 for an entire bag. They're like these Lego people. Have you seen them? Lego creatures, robots, take me to your leader type thing. And, you know, so he would have collections, and then, you know, kids get onto something else. And, you know, or he would collect all the McDonald's toys. I remember he wanted all these little pound puppy dogs, and I went and I bought a wicker basket, and I literally cut out a little tiny, I made a pillow and a blanket for all his dogs. But then he grows out of it, right? And you look at it and you're like, oh, it's so precious. I remember. And so I went and, you know, what I would do is when I clean out his room, I would, all the stuff, the good stuff, not the garbage, the good stuff like that, I would put it into a tote, like one of those Christmas totes, those storage totes. And I have a bunch of totes, and it's filled with nothing but good stuff. And so I don't even think he realizes it, but you know, at one point he's going to appreciate that. In my mind, I call them time capsules, and I can't wait until someday Mom's gonna pull these out. And you know, I know what it's like with my brother and my sister. I go back home to Canada, and you know, Mom pulls out stuff that she has in her closet, or she pulls out, we have an attic in our house that we grew up in, and it literally is like a big, what looks like a big tile that it's in Mom's dining room. You might have seen that on the vlog when I was at home last summer. And when I go home, like, she has all kinds of stuff. Like, she told me on my last visit that my diary is up there. So you push it up, and when you look up there, there's boxes and bags. And it's just stuff from me and my brother and my sister that she's kept. And you know, when I moved from home, the stuff that you leave behind. But yeah, she's like, I always wondered, like, whatever happened to my diary? Like, I just kind of like moved away, but I left it in my closet with a whole bunch of stuff, and it's too funny. I mean, there was really nothing in it, but you know what I mean, right? The stuff that you think about, like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I left that behind. So it's not like my sister didn't read it. If she's watching this vlog right now, she'll know, my sister Anna, Banana, that, yeah, nothing like coming home from school and seeing a bobby pin sticking out of the lock of your diary. Like, that's not a dead giveaway. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna notice that. And then coming to find out the bobby pin got so stuck in the little lock that she had to just walk away and leave it there. Yeah, the stuff that you laugh about, right? Or that you can laugh about now. At the time, it wasn't funny. It was, Mom, you know, my mother going, Anna, get out of your sister's stuff. she could have been wearing my jeans. Okay, I gotta tell you a true story. You would not, okay, this is my sister, okay? My sister, and if she is watching this right now, she'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. So when I moved away from home, being a little bit older than my sister, that when I would come back home, I'd still have my stuff there, my dresser, all my stuff. And I remember, you know, when you first start working for yourself, you start having a little bit of money. And so I would go to the mall and I'd buy myself, like, I remember, you guys might remember, do you remember the brand called Gasoline? I used to love Gasoline jeans, okay? And for the first time I was working, I could actually afford my own jeans. And, you know, growing up, it was like Christmas when we got bags of secondhand clothing from, you know, cousins or friends or anything like that. But to have your own jeans that you paid for yourself, right, and that you earned yourself. I remember this one time, I worked away for a couple weeks and I came back home and I put my jeans on, I took them out of the drawer, I put them on, and I just happened to like turn around and look at myself in the mirror before I walked out the door. I kid you not. There was a slash through the backside, like completely. See my underwear, big old slit through the jeans. You know, yeah, you could hear me yelling out my sister's name. And she was like, I don't know what happened. And I'm like, Mom. And then she's like, Anna, were you in your sister's jeans? And eventually she told the truth. She had gone to the baseball field. She had sat on the railing around it, wearing my jeans while I was away. And when she jumped off to kind of like push herself down over the fence that she was sitting on, my jeans caught on a nail and she ripped the backside out of them and proceeded to go home, take them off, fold them up neatly right back in the spot where I had put them, and then claim that she didn't have a clue what happened, why the entire backside was missing from my jeans. Yeah. That was my sister that came down to visit a few weeks ago, right? Yeah. You know, they say that, you know, you're over something when you can finally get to the point that you can talk about it. So at the time I couldn't talk about it, but now we just laugh and we giggle. Oh my gosh. Do you guys have funny stories? Let me know below if you have a funny story like that that will just stick with you for the rest of the time. I'm looking for my heat gun. Hey, Matt. I just heard Matt come to the kitchen. Hey, babe, would you pass me my heat gun? I think it's right around the corner in there. So this morning, the reason it's over in the dining room is, you remember that mixed media piano bench that we worked on together? It's one of the vlogs here. Go back and see. It's called Mixed Media Project Flip, I think is what it was called. And so a lady came today and she picked it up, which is why I did some like finishing touches on it quite literally before it went out the door. Thank you. And I left my heat gun over there. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I donated a piece. It was the one with the bee onto it and it had all the paper, the tattered torn paper on the top, the stenciling, and we you know, did that together. And anyway, they loved it. So I'm just happy to auction it off for a good cause as part of a ladies' evening that's coming up, I think, in about 2 weeks in the local area. So, but that's why that is over there. So speaking of that, do you guys find it hard to get rid of projects that you paint? What are your thoughts on painting stuff? And then, you know how I said about being sentimental? Not necessarily sentimental, but sometimes you do stuff and you're like, I don't know if I should sell that. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that? Do you find it, do you find it difficult to get rid of stuff that you paint and you love? You know, some that are just extra special. Maybe you put a little extra work into it. You did just a non-typical sort of, look onto it. Now I'm grabbing a sand block here. This is heavy grit. And I'm just going to knock a bunch off. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that, guys. I think it's really cool that the underlayer to this is this yellowy, creamy kind of color, beigey color. I like the distress because I think it, not only do I love distressed rustic furniture, but I just think that it gives it dimension, like down here, right? You can still see it, but it's not the primary color anymore. So yeah, let me know if you find it hard to get rid of just pieces that grow on you a little bit more than others. So I do like the fact that I'm starting to say that this is a little bit like yellowy, buttered, creamy, beigey, tan underneath here. Because what I had in mind was, see how pretty they came out? Look at this, guys. Aren't they, isn't that pretty for Christmas decorating? Could put a little, even a little red on there or something. Maybe some holly berries would be really cool. What would you put on the front right here? Give me an idea below. I did pick up some ribbon, some new ribbon. I got this stuff right here, which is a blue plaid. Not that I'm gonna put it on these pieces, but just in the thoughts of decorating the front of it. So I do like this right here. And I got a little bit of just a silver. I think I'm gonna work on some wreaths with those. Like little easy things that we can do. So the reason why I do like that, the undercolor, is because I have 2 dollar store candles that are this color. And you know how green and cream go so good together. Let me pull this. I probably will light these, so I am going to pull up the little wick on the top. Who saw the John Wick 3 movie? Oh, speaking of my sister, I did see that when she was down. You watch that. Oh, so good, so good. I do love those movies. So let's put the wick up. And look at this, guys. Oh, freaking adorable. Love it. Matt, what do you think? Look.
Fantastic.
Aren't they awesome? Matt is my biggest fan.
I don't have a choice. If I don't say it, she won't let me out of the basement.
You like it, right? Tell me you like it. Our poor husbands, they have to hear it. And like I say, I'm sure they cringe when we say words of, isn't this cute? And they're like, cute is not in my vocabulary. So anyway, I love these. So maybe in looking at these, maybe I should go with like some burlap-ish sort of feel. What do you guys think? Let me know below. Should I add in, or should I just leave them like this? Does it feel kind of Christmassy and classic? Or should I add in like some little holly berries and I don't know on the front. So think about this. I'm gonna let them finish drying and then probably tomorrow add something to it. Yeah, easy peasy, beautiful. Yay! Thanks guys for hanging out with me for another project today. I will be back again tomorrow, and tomorrow we're gonna do something special. Can't wait. You'll have to wait and see because we are having an early rise tomorrow. We're gonna go do a day trip, and let me just tell you, it is like Christmas to the highest degree. So I just want you to get ready and for all that wonderfulness coming up tomorrow on the vlog. All right, subscribe, thumbs up. See you in the comment section below. Let me know what you think and tell me about your funny stories, please, because I need a good laugh. See ya.